Directorate of School Education Jammu sets up task force to ensure well-being of students. NES-SVB Group of Educational Institutions ushers in its Diamond Jubilee Celebration. Vice Chairperson of DPS Kalinga awarded the Business Eminence Award 2022. Orissa reduces summer vacation duration to compensate for pandemic-induced learning loss. KV quotas not for the economically well-off, says Dharmendra Pradhan. Delhi government issues new COVID advisory for schools, asks them to shut if anyone tests positive. Delhi University gives extra time to students in offline exams. Good afternoon and a warm welcome. You're watching Education News Network, where we get you the latest developments in education at the top of the hour. This is Nitya reporting from ENN, and the daily stories are: teachers holding relevant qualifications in psychology along with experience were nominated by the Directorate of Education Jammu as district and zonal counselling coordinators on Saturday. This was done in order to make sustainable and quality interventions to ensure mental health, child protection and career development of students. A total of 20 teaching staff who possess the required qualifications have been nominated as district counselling coordinators and district counsellors, while 98 staff members have been nominated as zonal counselling coordinators who will be responsible for coordinating counselling activities in the field apart from attending their routine school duties. These staff will implement the guidelines for Mano Darpan, a central government initiative to ensure the mental well-being of students. They will also supervise the execution of the counselling activity calendar issued by DSEJ. The calendar covers varied subjects like psychological first aid, mental health, drug abuse, child protection, career counselling, psychosocial issues, etc. The NES-SVB Group of Institutions ushered in its year-long Diamond Jubilee Celebrations on 16th of April 2022 with great enthusiasm. The star-studded event that was hosted by Dr. R. Varatharajan, the founder-president of NES-SVB Group of Educational Institutions, and Dr. Balasubramanian V., director of NES-SVB Group of Educational Institutions, saw eminent personalities from various walks of life, from politics to Bollywood. The inaugural function began with an orchestra performance by the students of NES-SVB Educational Institutions. The chief guest of the grand event, Shri Nayak, Union Minister of State for Tourism and Ports, Shipping and Waterways of India, unveiled the ISRO rocket and laid the foundation stone to the NES-ISRO Space Science Pavilion at the onset of the program, giving the event a boost like never before. NES-SVB Group of 69 Institutions founder-president Dr. R. Varatharajan's joy knew no bounds, as it has been his life's mission to improve the quality of education and life of his students across Mumbai city. The NES-ISRO Space Science Pavilion has been sponsored by ISRO. This will go a long way in enriching the students' knowledge and empower them to become leaders of tomorrow. It was followed by the unveiling of the NES-SVB flag, the unveiling of the Diamond Jubilee Celebration emblem by the guest of honor, Shri Nayak, and the release of the NES-SVB souvenir commemorating 6 glorious years of educational service to the country. The function was no less than a national event, with the students of Dr. R. Varatharajan's schools and colleges showcasing dance numbers, varying from the Almighty-themed dances to Bollywood-themed dances, NCC cadets presenting the prestigious Guard of Honor to all dignitaries on the dais. In his welcome address, Dr. V. Balasubramanian, director of NES-SVB, said, "Never let circumstances stop you in your endeavors." He explained how change was the only constant in life and how all the stakeholders must make the best of it by acknowledging it and striving to achieve goals. A short film produced on birth and growth of NES and SVB Group of 69 Educational Institutions was released by Mr. Anil Sharma, the Managing Director of Education Today. The year ahead is envisioned to be studded with events of excellence to be organized and hosted by all the institutions of the NES-SVB Group. World-renowned singer Srimati Asha Bhosle, who has received numerous doctorates from institutions across the world, said, "I am elated to be present at an event of this stature. The knowledge and talents of the students can be seen through their performances tonight." She applauded Dr. R. Varatharajan's dedication towards student empowerment and enrichment, wishing him all the success in his endeavors to come. The event also saw Srimati Padmini Kolhapure, famous Indian actress and singer, who expressed her joy thus, "You, Dr. R. Varatharajan, had this wonderful dream that came true, and what we see today is all of you, the roots of this beautiful tree." Dr. Srinivasan Iyengar, Director of JBIMS University of Mumbai, addressed the gathering in brief where he congratulated all the stakeholders of the NES-SVB Group on completion of this milestone and wished them success in all future endeavours. Towards the end, a list of NES-SVB employees was presented with the Diamond Jubilee Awards for their long service to the institution and dedication to the cause of educating children over the years. The event was brought to its conclusion by a continuum of cultural performances, showcasing different parts of the country. The Pro-Vice Chairperson of DPS Kalinga, Mrs. Mala Mishra, was awarded the Business Eminence Award 2022 by Dharitri and Orissa Post on the 2nd of April 2022 by Shri Naveen Jindal, Industrialist and Chairman of Jindal Steel and Power, and Shri Tathagata Satapathy, editor of Orissa Post and Dharitri, for her incredible contribution to the field of education as well as for her efforts in sustaining the business during the difficult situation posed by the COVID-19 pandemic. The Orissa government on Saturday announced that it will be slashing the summer vacation short to just 11 days from 40 days earlier. The vacation will be from June 6th to June 16th to compensate for the learning loss that has occurred due to the COVID-19 pandemic in the past 2 years, as said by the School and Mass Education Department. The Orissa plan aims to compensate the learning losses due to the pandemic. Learning Recovery Plan, as envisioned by Orissa School Education Program Authority (OSEPA), will be implemented with the existing teachers during morning classes. The teaching hours will be from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. from May 1st to June 5th, as opposed to the current 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. The class promotion for students from class 1 to 8 will be made by April 20th. New admission and readmission for class 1 to 9 will be done from April 20th to April 30th. In accordance with the new assessment policy introduced by Board of Secondary Education, Orissa, Class 9 students will appear in Summative Assessment 2 examination. The SA2 examination and declaration of result for students of Class 9 and promotion to Class 10 will be completed by May 10th. While the Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan has put the MP quota for Kendriya Vidyalaya admission on hold, Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan on Saturday said that the poor will continue to get benefits and it is not for the economically well-off. Replying to a media query on whether these quotas will stay or be abolished, Pradhan said, "The quota is for the economically weaker sections, not for the well-offs." He, however, did not clarify whether the quota will continue or be abolished. Recently, the KVS has put on hold all the discretionary quotas, including the Member of the Parliament and District Magistrates quota for admissions to Kendriya Vidyalayas. The quotas have been put on hold following a review. This quota issue has evoked strong reactions from the political parties. BJD Rajya Sabha member Amar Patnaik said the current level of quota is too less. It should be increased with conditions or criteria such as reservation, income, etc. laid down while recommending names. Complete removal of quota may mean education deprivation for children belonging to poor families, SCs, STs, etc., whose parents may not be in the central government or the defence forces, he added. Patnaik said that the students of a state should have access to KVs inside that state, just as students of central government employees also have access to good state schools. Therefore, more KVs should be opened in the country, which I have consistently demanded in the parliament, he said. The Delhi government has issued a fresh advisory for schools, directing them to close the entire premises or specific wings temporarily if any student or staff tests positive for COVID-19. The Directorate of Education also said that students and staff must wear masks and maintain social distancing to the extent possible. The advisory, dated April 13th, came amidst reports of a few students testing positive for COVID-19 across Delhi and NCR. It said, if any COVID case is noticed or reported to the school authority, same must be told to the Directorate of Education immediately, and the concerned wing of the school or the school as a whole, as the case may be, must be closed down for the time being. The University of Delhi has decided to give the comfort of 30 minutes of extra time along with the additional choice in the question papers to help students bounce back with ease to the traditional exam pattern. This decision comes as a one-time measure to allow the students to come in terms with the offline examination system as they would appear in this mode after a gap of 2 years due to the pandemic. D.S. Rawat, Dean of Exams, DU, says students had raised their concerns to us that pandemic forced them to take online exams, which had reduced their writing speed. Additionally, DU has decided to give an additional choice in the exams to ease the process for the students. This step has been taken to remove the inertia among students as they will appear for the offline exams after a gap of 2 years. That's all for today. Thank you for watching Education News Network. For more such videos, do log on to our website, theenn.com, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Signing off, this is Nitya.